Hi, my name is Adam Carmen, and I want to know, what will you do when you hear a nail enter the rubber of your tire when you drive past that construction site on the highway? Or when you walk outside into your driveway and you see your wheel on the ground? Or when you start your car and you see the low tire pressure warning? These are all signs that you have, or are soon to have, a flat tire. How are you going to solve that problem? Well, according to an NBC title that's eye-catching, and albeit might be a little bit of clickbait, 60% of people can't change a flat tire, but feel like they could probably figure out how to do it if they used Google or a different search engine. But what happens if you're in a place when this emergency situation arises and you can't Google it? Say you're out in the middle of nowhere, or you're on a long stretch of highway where you have no cellular service, and you can't look up, how do I change a flat tire? Basic car maintenance like this is not difficult to learn, and it's not difficult to master. But they are important skills for everyone to learn, and they save you from being stuck in certain situations where you could be without your vehicle because you can't drive it on a flat tire. The three most important things that you need to know how to do are to prepare your tools, to prepare your vehicle, and then to actually change the tire once you get the first two accomplished. The first section, preparing your tools, the most important things that you're going to want to have are a jack, your spare tire, and a lug wrench. There are a few extra things you might want to have, like some reflective safety triangles that you can put on the road. Bridgestone Tire recommends keeping these tools specifically always with you. If you don't have them, you should go get them. And if you happen to misplace the ones you do have, you want to make sure that you go and get new ones as soon as possible. They also recommend regularly checking the spare tire that's in your vehicle to make sure that its PSI, the air pressure, maintains the manufacturer's standards so that you can drive safely once you replace your tire. The second part, preparing your car, you always want to make sure that you are safe, that you're in a safe situation. If you're driving on the road and you find that you have a flat tire or about to have a flat tire, pull off onto the shoulder or onto a calm side road where you know you'll be safe and on flat ground. You can then turn on your hazards, and you want to make sure that you have your emergency brake on. You want to make sure that other people know that you're in a hazardous situation so that you don't become a hazard to other drivers on the road. The first thing you're going to want to do is to loosen the bolts. These are the 5 lug bolts. They're in a star pattern around your wheel. You want to loosen these with the lug wrench, but you don't want to remove them. The next thing you want to do is locate your owner's manual, and you want to find the jack spots on your vehicle. These are safe spots on the frame that are strong enough for you to be able to lift the weight of your car with. The third part is actually changing the tire. Once you elevate the car, what you want to do is use the lug wrench to remove the 5 bolts, well, there may be more, remove those bolts from the tire, and then you want to remove the old flat tire and install the new spare tire. You then want to hand tighten the bolts. You don't want to completely tighten them. This is important because you don't want to have the greatest amount of torque while the car is elevated on the jack. That just introduces some danger and a potentially unsafe situation. The DMV and other experts recommend that you tighten these bolts in a star pattern once you lower the car to the ground. You do this because if you tighten adjacent bolts, you could actually harm the alignment of your vehicle, which is the pattern that the tires are going to roll in. This could create an unsafe driving situation. Once you have accomplished this, Home Depot, and again, more experts, recommend that you find your closest tire repair shop so that your flat tire could potentially be patched and repaired and put back on your car. You want to do this because having a spare usually means it's a smaller tire, and it's not the same size as the ones that are on your car, and it's only rated to go about 50 miles an hour. You want to make sure that all 4 of your tires are the same diameter and have the same tread so you don't harm the alignment of your vehicle. So again, in conclusion, basic maintenance is not that difficult to learn and not that difficult to master, but it allows you to get back on the road in potentially unsafe situations where you couldn't be able to drive because of a flat tire and your vehicle would otherwise be inoperable. Again, the things that you really want to remember are how to prepare your tools and make sure that you have the right equipment for the job, to prepare your vehicle to make sure that you're in a very safe situation and that you don't accidentally endanger yourself or your vehicle. And the third is to actually know how to change the tire itself and then what to do once you complete that. And now that you know how to change a tire, hopefully you can avoid the panic and stress that comes from these potentially dangerous and emergency situations. You can do it now.